It's Coot here, nationally best-selling author of You Are the One and The Magic of Surrender. It's much better to think positively and focus on possibility than focus on what isn't, to focus on what you don't have, to focus on negativity. But there can come a point where positive focus can become toxic, where positive focus can maybe lead you to not dealing with certain human level emotions. So this becomes a spiritual bypass where you're using positivity or spiritual principles to not deal with human level emotions of sadness, of grief, of pain. And when you don't deal with the sadness, the grief, the pain, or those human levels emotions, those emotions stay stuck within you and become toxic. Those emotions stay stuck within you and block you. Those emotions stay stuck within you and limit you. Those emotions stay stuck within you, and unconsciously you will likely attract to you situations and people that are vibrating at the level of sort of unresolved emotion that you have not dealt with. So that's one thing, right? I do think that if we're not willing to see things as they are, and this is where it's a fine line of being positive and seeing things as they are, because you can see the possibility, but I think it is important that you acknowledge where you are, because you can be in Afghanistan and be positive, like pretend that you're in Tahiti, like, oh, but now you're actually being delusional. You can be in a situation that is unhealthy for you. You can be in an abusive relationship where you're being beaten or mentally abused every day, and this is not a healthy situation. But if you're just staying positive, looking at the positive side, at least they have a relationship. Looking at the positive side, at least they haven't killed me. Looking at the positive side, right? Then you're perpetuating a situation and not dealing with the reality and taking care of yourself, and you're staying stuck in a situation that actually isn't honoring you and is not healthy. And this is where positive focus can actually be unhealthy, because then, let's say in this relationship example, you're not looking at the dynamic, you're not looking at the reality as it is, so that you can make a change. And sometimes we stay in a positive focus as a form of denial, because this way I don't have to look at the fact that my relationship is unhealthy, it's toxic, it's not working, it's abusive, and I don't have to look at that and make a change if I stay positive. So I would say, don't use positivity or gratitude as an excuse to not deal with the reality of your life right now. And when you're using it to not deal with the reality of your life right now, yeah, then it's detrimental. If you're obesely, grossly unhealthy and overweight, but you're just staying positive about that, you're gonna die, right? Your quality of life is going to be severely limited. I would rather you strip naked, stand in front of the mirror without judgment, and just take a look at the reality of where you are and face it. In order to change something, you have to acknowledge where you're at. That doesn't mean you stay stuck there, but you have to acknowledge, okay, I am in Afghanistan, step one. That doesn't mean you have to stay focused on that, and it doesn't mean you have to be limited by that. But if you don't know where you are, how do you shift and even navigate and set your coordinates to where you want to be? And so when you can start with, this is where I'm at. I'm in a toxic, unhealthy relationship. Now, it's different if you're always focused on what's bad about the relationship, focused on the toxicity, and not doing anything about it, but that's different. But when you can see where you are, see who you are, see what is, that's when you can come into a deeper acceptance. And that's when you can focus on, okay, what's in my control? What can I change? What can I do to shift my reality? And so it's important, I think, that we do focus on possibility, but we come into reality and we use the reality as a tool to navigate what we're in control of, so that we can move ourselves into the positive future that we are seeing and want to create. So we're not using it as a form of delusion or denial. This is what I would say. I hope you enjoyed this short video. Please share it with anyone in your life that you feel would benefit. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.